Hello there guys, it's Toad Peregrine 4 here with another video. Heading back a few minutes after the last one left off. It's actually a new day of recording for me, and man, is it dark out there. Man, it actually does look like the sun should be rising pretty soon. Yeah. So, I don't know why this is red, to be honest with you. Oh, you know what? Because I think this actually, the effectiveness module doesn't work on assemblers. So I think we want a productivity module instead. Yeah, let's switch this over to a productivity module. Whew. Man, it's dark. So, are these symmetrical? Yeah, I think they are. Everything's so shiny with the new textures. I like it. 10 large steel tubes, 5 small steel tubes. Easy enough. 10 large steel tubes, 5 small steel tubes. Boom. There we go. Now the assembler should work a little bit faster, which is pretty sweet. So what are we going to do this episode? Let me think here for a second. I think we want to maybe get up the resources to build a ultralight aircraft, so we can look around the area a little bit better. So when we launch the ultralight, we're actually going to launch it from here. Yeah. And we're not looking for anything too large. We're pretty much looking for a seat, a remote control, a wing block. Yeah, let's get one of each. A reactor. We're gonna need some blocks. So let's start there. Let's grab some steel plates. I doubt we'll need that many, but alright. So what we want is this guy facing that way. It's actually a lot nicer building indoors. And now this guy like that. Looks pretty good so far. Again, this thing's going to be pretty simple. And we need an atmospheric thruster. Which actually, let's change this up a little bit. Because we really only need one atmospheric thruster. So we'll go like that, maybe. Then we'll put this guy right here. Why can we not put that there? Can we put blocks on the front of this? No, we cannot. But we can put blocks there, which is alright. just like that. And then we should be able to put this right there, right there. Go ahead and put our remote control interior plates. Trying to rotate this guy the right way. We'll put that there. Now we need a gyroscope. Maybe some marker lights. I might be overcomplicating this, but you know. Let's fly over this one so we don't keep on pushing this guy around. Boom. Now, I want to say all we need is the seat and a reactor. So, go ahead and put the reactor right here. Just want something we can easily access. And then we go just like this to give the front a little bit of a slope to help with taking off and whatnot. Boom, just like that. And other than the seat, we essentially have the basic thing designed. Now I am going to install a parachute onto this guy because this will be taking up some of our reactor components, and we really don't have very many of those. We have 15 total. And I know you need silver and gravel to make more, which we don't really have. I mean, the gravel's pretty easy, just refined stone, but what does it actually take to make more of these guys? Iron, gravel, and silver. So yeah, we just have to get silver. What do we need? We need construction components, metal grids. Oh, full. Small steel tubes. Also, what we're going to want to do is, let's go ahead and see what we need to make the parachute cartridge, because we're going to need one of those. We'll go ahead and actually make two. So we have silicon. Let's go ahead and throw a little bit more in. Good, good. Alright, we have our parachute cartridges. Again, we only need one of those, but can we grab 20 computers and then just metal grids? Okay, we can only fit 3 of them. We're going to need, I think, about 20 motors total that we can't fit. Let's put maybe 50 of those back, and and then maybe 75 of these. Now we should have plenty of room. It's actually probably going to be a bit of a pain for me to get in there and actually properly get into that thruster. Let's see if I can get it from here. Yeah. Perfect. I think we're going to need more metal grids to finish this guy. We'll see though. Small steel tubes. Oh, we still need more. Let's go ahead and manufacture probably 200 small steel tubes. We don't need them right now, but we will use them eventually. Yeah, so I realized rendering the first episode that I can't type, that my cursor wasn't showing up, which really bugs me. Oh, hopefully the texture of this isn't messed up. Excuse me. Yeah, the cursor was just absent. But, you know, what can you do? So we're putting the parachute on this direction, so that way when this thing falls, well, it actually fall kind of upside down. Whatever. Right? Because when that opens, it'll lean. Maybe I should put it where the gyroscope is. I mean, well, it still won't be balanced. Like, either way, it'll tip the wrong way. There's honestly not a ton that can be done about it. But we should be getting really close to this thing's maiden voyage. You know, give us a little bit better of an idea of what's around here. Right. There we go. What do we need? What do we need? We need just a little bit of uranium. So let's go ahead and put stuff back in cargo 2. We are going to keep this parachute cartridge. So that way if we need to land, we can. Or so we can land twice, pretty much. We should only need, I don't know, maybe 2 kilos of uranium. Honestly, that's a lot. I'm a little bit nervous to bring that much, but we do have a source of more. But we should come to life now. Now, let's see. One of these guys seems to be red. Port is green, I think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure port's green. I could be wrong though. I actually want to take the radius of both. These guys don't actually need to cast any light, but this guy needs to be red. Then we put both of them onto a blink length of 50%. Put this guy at a 50% phase. They don't actually appear to be blinking, oddly enough. Blink interval, let's go 2 seconds. There we go. Perfect. We actually don't need to see these guys anymore. The reactor, parachute, remote control passenger seat, gyroscope we don't really need to see, and thruster we don't really need to see. So, remote control, let's go ahead and put this guy to open close. And let's just go for it. Alright, here we go. We are overloaded power-wise, but actually not a big deal. Ooh, lag spike. Not a big deal. Oh, this is great. Maybe we'll put on a battery just so we're not overloaded. But we're not losing control of the remote, which is what's really important here. Oh, and the power usage is nothing when we're not using that forward thruster. Because right now we should just be able to glide and look around. This is pretty. We're not really able to tell what's actually in those ore pockets. I mean, part of it's just that we're going too fast. We wouldn't be able to tell. Even if we did have an ore detector. We just wouldn't be over one long enough to really tell us anything. But this does give us a good idea of the terrain. And, you know, I mean, we've been gliding for a really long time. This thing is really, really light. Now, we do have to repack the parachute once we use it. But, I mean, just look how fast we can travel. And, I mean, we're slowed down a little bit, so we just speed back up. And boom, we're back up to speed. And if we aim down a little bit, we should even slowly pick up speed. But I'm actually curious how well this thing handles. Oh, look at our shadow. So adorable. Oh, that was easy. I didn't even have to take it that wide. In theory, this thing should just go wherever I point it, just because of how light it is. But there's our pod. Again, I'm not sure why we can't see the beacon when we're piloting something. It's very strange. Woohoo! Alright. So we've got iron and uranium here. I'm actually not too concerned with getting much of other resources. Until we have a good stockpile of iron, mostly, so we can actually start working on a base. Man, this area is going to be kind of hard to traverse because of how rough it is. But, hey, what can you do? Oh, this is water. Well, ice. So, if you are new to this game, you might think it's a good idea to, you know, take this and skim your wing in the ice, well, in the water. But I would not recommend it. It's ice. It's solid. There are no liquids in this game. Unfortunately, none of the planets have liquid anything. Just a little bit sad, but yeah, what can you do? Wow, it's crazy seeing the planet silhouette there. Oh man, this is so much fun. I love these little ultralights that just do whatever you tell them. Oh, it's so good. And like, this isn't even tight. Oh, this is a beautiful valley. Look at this. But yeah, so this is some of the surrounding area. Well, when we're just gliding like this, we have 8 days of fuel. Oh, look at that! See the planet there in the background? That's gorgeous. I love some of the sights that that you can get in this game. Just fantastic. Really. You can see that mountain tip there. Another one there. Really, it's just great that we found that ice there, because at some point we're going to need more for hydrogen vessels to get us into space. Once we're into space, we'll want to quickly do ion thrusters, but yeah, we will need that hydrogen for a while. And whenever we land down on a new planet or new moon or something, we'll want to use a hydrogen vessel probably, just so we can, you know, make it down into the atmosphere and then back out. But yeah. Yeah, if you're playing this game, I highly recommend the aerodynamic wing block mod. It's pretty fantastic. Lets you do things like this. I mean, it's not really the easiest flight. Like, you can't, you know, maneuver around VTOL style, but it does help you scout for sure. Because little tiny vessels like this that just let you look around, you know, they're not crazy useful, but boy, if they aren't fast and cheap to make, most importantly. That's what's really great about them. It's just they don't cost anything. Like, you're not gonna, you know, load one down with cargo or anything. Honestly, just because they're a little bit too hard to land. Because you don't have, you know, proper runways, and I mean, this doesn't even have like landing wheels or anything. So I mean, any landing you do is going to have to be a pretty daring one. But still tons of fun, for sure. Although I might throw another gyroscope on this. It turns a little bit on the slow side. We just lagged out. I'm probably going to crash. Okay, alright, we didn't crash. That's nice. I don't know why the game froze like that. Hopefully the recording's not messed up. But we are going to try to land this guy. Hopefully without the parachute. So right there's our pod. So what we're going to do is we're going to try to land next to it. by killing our speed. Just like this. Right, we're going to free fall for a second. Then we're going to pull out. And give it a little bit more speed just to bring us in for the landing. I wonder if we can land it in the pod. It's probably stupid to try, right? Yeah, it's stupid to try. But, boom, here we go. Landed. Just like that. Perfect. Well, yeah, now that we've gotten a good look at the surrounding area, I think that's about all for this episode. Hopefully you've enjoyed that look around with this ultralight here. But, yeah, I will talk to you next time, and we'll collect some more iron, probably in fast forward. But, yeah, thank you for watching. I'll talk to you next time.